All right, I just want to take a moment. This is David Asscherick. I'm the senior pastor of the Kingscliff Seventh-day Adventist Church in New South Wales, and I'm also the co-founder of a ministry called Arise. Just want to take a brief second to tell you what the Sabbath means to me personally. The Sabbath is very important to me for one of the main reasons is that when I was raised, I was in a context, I didn't know anything about the Sabbath, never kept the Sabbath. I didn't keep my first Sabbath till I was almost 25 years old. And initially when I started keeping the Sabbath, it was just like, oh, it's a day not to work. Sort of started real simple, don't work, don't work. But then, as I've grown in my relationship with God and with Christ, the Sabbath has become hugely significant around basically 2 points. The first is that it's a reminder that I'm a created being, that it's a reminder of creation. It points me back to the fact that I'm not an accident and I'm not an evolutionary, hiccup, that there is an intentionality and a purpose in my being made. I'm a creature, I'm a son made in the image of God my Father. So there's the creation thing, but then there's also the redemption thing. And when you look at the two sets of the Ten Commandments, one's in Exodus 20, one's in Deuteronomy 5. It's very interesting. In Exodus 20 it says, remember the Sabbath because God's the creator. In Deuteronomy 5 it says, remember the Sabbath because you were slaves in Egypt. And I really love how the Sabbath commandment, right in the commandment itself, it says, you won't work, but neither will your son or your daughter, nor those that are within your gates. And I just love this idea that the Sabbath was a day of restfulness for everybody. Not just for me, but an opportunity for me to give rest to people. And that reminds me that it's about redemption. I think of the words there in Matthew 11 where Jesus said, come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will Sabbath you. I will give you rest. And so I keep the Sabbath not just as a day off from work. That's how it started. It started pretty simplistically. But now, having been in the faith for almost 20 years, it's just a weekly reminder of the fact that I rest in Christ. He's my creator. He's my redeemer. And just thank you for taking this moment to listen to this little discussion about my experience with the seventh-day Sabbath.